Hi everyone, welcome to watergoddesstarot. So the topic for today is messages from Lord Shiva. So let's just figure out as to what does Lord Shiva wants to say to you or he wants to convey to you. So for that we have three piles. You can see three images on the screen. I will show you the close-ups as well. This is pile number 1. This is pile number 2. And this is pile number 3. You can pause the video, take your time and choose the image that you feel drawn to the most intuitively. Meanwhile, let's just begin with pile number 1. Hi pile number 1, welcome to your reading. So let's just figure out as to what messages does Lord Shiva wants to give you. So for that we have Three of Roses in reversed, that is loving elementals. Then we have Swadhyaya upright. Then we have Shapeshifter upright, that says transform and unveil your gifts. And then we have Play, that says have fun, celebrate, don't be so serious. So now pile number 1. There is a very sad energy to you, okay? And I would request you to not click off this reading. Do not get triggered. Take a few deep breaths in and listen to what I'm going to tell you right now, okay? The thing is that you have lost that connection with your inner child, okay? I don't know why or what has happened in your life that you are taking life way too seriously at this point of time, and you are kind of giving your power away to things, to people, to your circumstances, to situations. I mean, there is a huge disconnect between you and your inner child. There is a lot of fun that your inner child craves, but you are choosing to be extremely serious about your life. I'm not saying just blow out all your money or just, go out and party every single day. But over here, what Lord Shiva wants you to understand is that you are in deep need to kind of nurture that inner child of yours, to do things that bring you joy, to do things that make you happy, to become like that child again. You are kind of losing out on your innocence because you are trying to behave like an adult, okay? And you can live a life like an adult even while you keep your inner child alive. It is very much possible, and that is how you're supposed to live your life. Be weird. Lord Shiva is asking you to be weird, pile number 1. Don't focus a lot on what people think about you or what people will say about you or how are people going to judge you and your moves. Over here, Lord Shiva really wants you to kind of work on your connection with your inner child and do things that really make your soul smile. This can be something as random as you wanting to call somebody or talk to somebody and you're not doing it just because of ego. You're not supposed to do that, okay? Or maybe, you're wanting to just dance your heart out, but you are not opening up just because you are fearing the judgment of others as to what will other people say, that, look at this guy or this girl, they are just way too wild. So over here, Lord Shiva wants you to shed your inhibitions. He wants you to just come out of this fear of how are others going to perceive you, and don't focus your energies in that direction where you want people to take you seriously, because you're going down the wrong path. What you have to do is just be yourself. Even if you are a 32-year-old man or a woman and you have that inner child of yours that is pretty alive and you are behaving like an 18-year-old or a 10-year-old, there's nothing wrong in that. Till the time it's making you happy and it's not harming anybody else, it is perfectly fine. You're not going to achieve milestones with your maturity. I mean, there has to be that balance, okay? There has to be that balance. You should be smart enough to understand as to when you're supposed to act in a mature manner. But just because you want to have that serious demeanor around you, or you want people to perceive you a particular way, you are kind of becoming way too serious. You're becoming way too dull. This is not you, let me tell you that. This is not you. I don't know why you've changed yourself, or why you're changing yourself, or why you're behaving the way you're behaving. This might be because of things that have happened in your past, or how things have been just not happening in your favor, which has kind of just, your sparkle being diminished and stuff like that. But you have to amp up that childlike thing that is inside of you. That is your USP, okay? You have it in you, I'm telling you that, because you're a very cheerful kind of a person. You're a very happy-go-lucky kind of a spirit, but you are behaving out of character. And over here, Lord Shiva wants you to just stop doing that, okay? And there are also chances, pile number one, that you faced a lot of rejections, a lot of setbacks in your life, and that is one of the major reasons that you have kind of lost that sparkle to live your life with the same enthusiasm that you used to a couple of years back. So over here, Lord Shiva wants you to just tap into that energy and just make yourself happy. Do things that make you happy. Your happiness should be your priority at this point of time, okay? And just live life as if it's the best gift you could have asked Lord Shiva for, because it really is. You are very blessed if you are alive, if you are perfectly fine, you're listening to this reading. You're very, very blessed. But you are kind of ignoring your blessings and focusing more on what is not working in your life. So you have to work on this, okay? And celebrate even small moments as well. So maybe you are somebody who believes that, I want to achieve something big, and until and unless I reach this goal of mine, I am not going to, kind of reward myself. Don't do that. Celebrate even small achievements. Celebrate just little things that you do for yourself, that you achieve in a day. For you to feel worthy and appreciative of what you bring to the table, money is not everything. This is what Lord Shiva wants you to know. And you need to understand that, pile number one. I think you are not financially where you want to be in your life, and that is completely fine. If you really want to reach your goals, what Lord Shiva wants you to do right now is connect with your inner child. Do things that make you happy. The more you will choose things that make you happy, the more you are in the vibration of, just being happy in general. You're going to attract more of what you're on the lookout for. And I'm not saying that just ignore your sadness. No, don't do that. If you're sad, just acknowledge that as well. But don't try to just find solace in sadness. Don't do that. Work towards uplifting your vibrations. That is very important, because happiness is a choice. Happiness is a practice that you cultivate. And the more you're going to practice towards being a happier version of yourself, the more you're going to find yourself feeling very easy breezy in your everyday life. Another message that Lord Shiva has for you is that you are very, very talented. You have multiple gifts, okay? And it is time for you to figure out what your gifts are. It is time for you to understand that you are not just meant for one particular path. If plan A is not working, you have plan B. If plan B is not working, you have plan C. And there are also chances, pile number 1, that you can work on all the 3 plans simultaneously. You're somebody who can have even multiple streams of income. You are that talented. So you need not focus on just one thing. You need to understand as to what works the best for you, because you're somebody who is a jack of all trades. You are somebody who's multi-talented, and you have this beautiful quality about you that you transform very easily and you transform very well. You flow like water. If you're sitting in a room full of people who are, very intellectual, you are going to just vibe in the similar manner. If you're sitting in a room full of kids who are just jumping here and there, you are going to become that kid. And all of this comes very naturally to you. Whosoever you are with, you just pick up on their nuances very easily, okay? And you just blend in very well with their personality. And this is a beautiful trait that you have, which can really help you, especially in your career and also in your love life, is the message that I'm getting. Lord Shiva wants you to understand that everybody goes through challenges. Yes, you've gone through challenges. Yes, you've gone through a phase in your life where you were just down in the dumps, when nothing was working out for you. But you are extremely strong because you have moved past those challenges and you are still keeping yourself strong, okay? Which is commendable. But that doesn't mean that you will stop enjoying your life. That doesn't mean that you'll start punishing yourself just because you have not been able to reach a particular goal of yours. Lord Shiva doesn't want you to define timelines at this point of time. Let him do that for you. He is over here telling you that, you know what, I got your back. Whatever is happening in your life, whatever delays you have faced in your life, all of that was for a reason. And the reason is all about your growth. If you just give yourself 5 minutes and go through that rewind as to how you were as a person 5 to 7 years back, and now compare that version with your current version, you will see a huge difference, because you've matured over time. And whatever difficulties you are facing in your life, or you have faced, or you will face, is only going to knock at your door to build your personality. And it is very, very important. And that is what even Lord Shiva wants you to know. And he's telling you that when you have me, then why are you sad? You believe in me, you have me by your side, then you need to trust my plan as well, because I have planned something that is beyond your imagination. So why don't you flow with me? Why don't you flow with my plan? Why are you trying to force things in your life? Why are you not enjoying your life? Why are you not living your life the way you should? Okay. Also, pile number 1, Lord Shiva wants you to connect with the animal kingdom. Just take note of what animal you feel drawn to the most, or what animal are you watching on your screen, on the TV, in your phone, or just in the books that you're reading, in the movies that you're watching, or in your dreams and stuff like that. Because if there is a particular animal that you are seeing time and again, there's a hint to you that you have the qualities of that animal, and to a lot of extent that is your spirit animal as well. So you are being kind of advised over here to work with that energy, to understand what your strengths are. Because whatever are the characteristics of that animal, whatever are the qualities or the vibe that that animal carries around itself, you have all of that in you. You underestimate yourself is the message that I'm getting, pile number 1. You have these self-sabotaging tendencies where you kind of just don't hold yourself in very high regards, which is something Lord Shiva wants you to change. Because you are worth $1 million, pile number 1, and you are treating yourself so, you're just treating yourself so low. This is not right. You deserve the best of everything in life, let me tell you that. And you are a beautiful soul. So you better stop treating yourself the way you're doing. You better stop self-sabotaging. You better stop whatever you're doing that is just taking you away from that innocent child that is there inside of you. Also, pile number 1, I just want to tell you that there's a lot that you bring to the table. And over here, Lord Shiva wants you to kind of spend some time with yourself and understand as to how magical you are, because you have the blessings of Lord Shiva, let me tell you that. And you are blessed with a lot many talents, a lot many gifts, but you're not using those gifts in this lifetime. You are kind of sleeping on the gifts that you carry. And Lord Shiva, via this reading, wants you to kind of just understand as to how powerful you are. And this can only happen, pile number 1, if you spend some time with yourself. Maybe you are very busy throughout the day, or maybe you're somebody who likes to be busy throughout the day, or if you are not busy, maybe you're spending a lot of time just scrolling on different social media applications, and you're just doing things that are keeping you occupied. But over here, what Lord Shiva wants you to do is spend time in solitude without your phone and just talk to yourself. Have a conversation with yourself. Figure yourself out. There's a lot to you. You are somebody who is very deep. You have a personality of your own, and that personality carries 5 other personalities as well. So you need to figure out all your personalities. You need to figure out what you're good at, and then just work on whatever you're good at and connect with your soul. Okay, you're just running away from everything that is good in your life because you're comfortable in this energy of sadness. You have to come out of this energy, pile number 1. And how can you do that? You can do that only and only when you know who you are. Ask yourself some questions as to who you are, what you like to do, what kind of a person would you like to date, what qualities do you admire in yourself, and what do you bring to the table? What do you expect the other person to bring to the table? Okay? And this is not just about love. This is about you understanding as to what your needs are and what you can provide in return. You need to understand your soul. You need to understand the kind of person that you are. So it is very, very important for you to accept yourself for who you are, acknowledge yourself for who you are, and be proud of who you are, pile number 1. Because you are a good soul. I can see this very clearly. Okay? But you have self-esteem issues. You have self-worth issues. You have validation issues. You need to sort this out. And this is what Lord Shiva wants you to know via this reading. That you're complete in yourself. Okay? So you need not seek out the approval of others. You need not be on the lookout for people to come and tell you as to how worthy you are. Okay? Aww. I'm giving you a big hug, pile number 1. So if you liked your reading, please like, share, comment, subscribe, turn the notification bell on so that whenever I post next, you get notified. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, you can do that via Instagram and email. The details for both is in my description box below. I'll catch up with you in the next reading. See ya! Hi pal number 2, welcome to your reading. So let's just figure out as to what does Lord Shiva wants to say to you. So for that we have We have Archangel Michael in reversed. Then we have Tantra in reversed. Then Warrior upright that says be fearless and stand strong. And then we have Transformation that says things are changing at a cellular level, deep healing. Now pile number 2, if at all you were confused between pile number 1 and 2, I would advise you to go and see pile number 1 as well. Okay? So there are very high chances that all those who have chosen pile number 2 are going through the dark night of the soul. You are going through a tower moment, or you are coming out of something that is very painful, that is extremely dark. You're not feeling good about yourself, you're not feeling good about your life, and there's a lot of stress, there's a lot of anxiety that you're feeling, and you don't feel happy, in short. But over here, what Lord Shiva wants you to know is that however you're feeling, it's justified. Don't run away from your feelings, because whatever you're going through, it is only taking you towards where you're meant to go. It is only making you a better person. There is this need for you to go through an ego death. There is this need for you to have that balance between your feminine and your masculine energies. Okay? But the more you're going to run away from your healing journey, the more difficult your journey is going to become. The more you're going to choose to live as a wounded version of yourself, the more Lord Shiva is going to push you towards becoming a better version of yourself. So if you want this process to be smooth, to be something that is not going to take a toll on you, you need to embrace whatever is happening. You need to surrender to whatever is happening. If you're going to fight it out, you are going to be on the losing end. See, in the end, you're going to win, because all of it is happening for you. Whatever is happening in your life, whatever is crashing down in your life, it is not going to affect Lord Shiva, or it is not going to affect any third party over there. I mean, any third party in your life for that matter. Whatever is crashing down, whosoever is leaving your life, whatever is not working out in your life, you need to understand that it is happening for you. And over here, Lord Shiva wants you to just work on your strength, work on your inner strength. Where is the fighter inside of you? You are a bloody warrior, okay? You're very, very strong, but you are giving your power to things and people that don't matter. And that is why you're feeling so weak in your spirit, okay? Your energies are similar to pile number 1, I would again say that, but pile number 1 still understood as to why things are happening in their life the way they are happening, and with you, you are kind of succumbing to your circumstances, which is not right. So Lord Shiva wants you to fight. Lord Shiva wants you to fight for your spot, okay? He wants to see the passion inside of you. He wants to see that fire inside of you. And over here, you are kind of choosing to give your power away. You're feeling very weak. You are feeling as if you don't have any energy, and you're tired of fighting. This is what you're feeling, that you know what, it's enough now. I just feel so damn tired. But Lord Shiva is saying no. If you really need strength, if you need my support, at least call out my name. Until and unless you'll ask for help, how will I be able to help you out? He really wants you to connect with him. So, I mean, if you believe in him, that is why you might have clicked on this reading. And if you're a believer, if you're a devotee, then you should definitely, chant. You should definitely spend time in meditation. You can visit a temple, a Shiv temple, and even if you don't, just sit and just chant that mantra, 𝙀𝙀𝙀 𝙀𝙀𝙀𝙀. Just do that. It is going to help you out a lot. You are in that need of mental peace at this point of time, but you're just finding yourself time and again into chaos. So if you really want to come out of this chaos, you need to find your strength in God. You need to find your strength in Lord Shiva. You need to find your strength in prayer, because that is what is going to uplift your spirit. That is what is going to give power to your spirit. That is what is going to kind of make you stronger mentally, emotionally, spiritually. And it is in your hands to, kind of turn the tables. It is completely in your hands. There is this personal connect that every person has with whoever or whatever they believe in, the universe, source, God, anything, energies, whatever you call it. But right now I'm talking particularly about Lord Shiva. If you really want to just form that bond, you need to find something that is very personal between the two of you, and that is how your connection is going to be made. And it is going to happen very naturally. It is going to happen very organically. You don't have to just go through that brainstorming session as to what grand gesture you're supposed to do, because no, he's not looking for something grand. He's looking for something genuine. He's looking for something that is coming purely out of your heart chakra. Okay? So connect with Lord Shiva. And don't feel that you're weak, because you're not at all weak. All you're lacking in at this point of time is energy. And you need to build that energy up. Any which way, in the eyes of Lord Shiva, you are definitely somebody who is extremely fearless, who is very strong. He has seen you face challenges in your life. He has seen you kind of just being that, being that ball of fire and acting out of your passions. And he wants you to just bring that fire back into your life, because you've kind of given your fire away. You have kind of just become very dull. And this is why things are not working out for you. Okay? Lord Shiva also wants you to heal your mother or father wounds. Okay? Whosoever you are, pile number 2, either you have mother wounds or you have father wounds. And you need to heal that. You need to heal that deeply. Okay? If you have a problem in just getting vulnerable in relationships, you need to sort that out. If you have a problem where you operate more from your ego than from your heart, you have to work on that. If you're somebody who feels very high after a just very spicy gossip session, you need to heal that. If you're always just feeling jealous of people, if you have self-worth issues, if you are looking out for validation, you need to work on all of this. This pile has been chosen by people who are on a twin flame journey, and you are on your healing journey simultaneously. Okay? Not all of you, but definitely for somebody, you are on a twin flame journey and you're healing at the same time. So what's happening over here is that you're either healing your wounded masculine or you're healing your wounded feminine. Okay? And it is taking a toll on you, because the journey is feeling very heavy to you, because you never thought that you are going to be on this journey. And if at all there is a man or a woman in your life who has kind of triggered this healing, then that person is your twin flame. This message is very, very specific, and it is at least for one person. If there is somebody in your life whom you're romantically interested in, whom you feel a crazy pull towards, and you don't understand as to why do you like that person so much, then that is because that is because they are your twin flame. And if it is after just, interacting with that person that you've been triggered to kind of go into that hermit mode, where you don't feel like talking to anybody, where you feel like just being in your own energy, then understand that, so that is because of your twin flame. That is because that person is causing triggers, and even you're causing triggers in their life. But I just feel whosoever you are dealing with, that person is ahead in their healing journey as compared to you. So you're finding it very difficult to ground your energies because you're not understanding what is happening to you, whereas your twin flame is aware as to what is happening in this connection, and they are choosing to be extremely silent at this point of time because they are waiting very patiently for you to heal. They know the depth of this connection, but they are choosing to not act on this because they are giving you space and time to heal and process your emotions. This message is also not for everybody, but it is at least for one person who is listening to this reading. Okay? Lord Shiva is waiting to embrace you in his arms, but you need to kind of tell him or show him that you're ready to become a disciple, that you're ready to just, come under his guardianship. You need to tell him that. And the last message that Lord Shiva wants to give you is to go easy on yourself, because you're going through a major transformation. Your entire self is just burning to ashes because a new you is getting ready. So you cannot push yourself and be very tough on yourself at this point of time. Go easy on yourself and go easy on the people around you. Because you're healing at this point of time, things are not making a lot of sense to you. But once you've crossed this path, you've crossed this phase in your life, you will understand the reason behind everything that has happened in your life. So surrender and embrace. This should be your kind of goal and just motto, whatever. And trust that the universe is working in your favor, that Lord Shiva is kind of working in your favor. He got nothing against you. At the end of the day, you are his child. We all are, right? So he is just being protective towards you. But if you don't need that protection, if you are kind of rejecting any kind of spiritual help that is coming towards you, that is coming for you, then nobody will be able to help you out. You need to open your heart. There's a need for you to open your heart and become soft. There's a need for you to let your walls down. Okay, pal number 2? And at the end of the day, no matter how much you run away from taking help, Lord Shiva is going to help you out. But if you become a team with Lord Shiva, then there's nothing that can just even touch you. Alright? So yeah, that's about it, pile number 2. That is what I have for you. If you liked your reading, please like, share, comment, subscribe. Turn the notification bell on so that whenever I post next, you get notified. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, you can do that via Instagram and email. The details for both is in my description box below. I'll catch up with you in the next reading. See ya! Hi, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. So let's just figure out as to what does Lord Shiva wants to say to you. So for that we have birth reversed, buddhi reversed, magic garden that says unlock the magic within, and then we have priestess that says How are you being called to step up and lead? All right. So now, first of all, Lord Shiva wants you to know that you are a healer and you have a spiritual career in store for you. If you are confused between two jobs, if you are confused in regards to, if you're really questioning that, am I supposed to be in a spiritual career, then it's a yes. You are supposed to be a spiritual teacher, a spiritual healer. Even if you don't do it now, you are going to do it in the future. And if you're doing it now, with time, your powers are only going to increase and expand. Lord Shiva wants you to know that you're very, very, very intuitive and you are a magician for real. You just don't have psychic gifts, but you have magical manifesting abilities. The more you use these abilities, the more magic you will be able to create for yourself and for people around you. Lord Shiva wants you to know that you are placed in this timeline, on this planet, to leave a mark on the world, to leave a legacy behind, because your client base is going to be very huge. Okay, and you're going to help out a lot of people. Even if you are kind of not going to do a lot of personal readings, I'm talking in regards to tarot right now, to be very honest. You could be a Reiki healer, you could be a numerologist, you can be into astrology, but the example that I could channel into right now, or that just did come very naturally to me, was somebody who reads tarot. Okay, if you are a tarot reader and you have a YouTube channel, there are very high chances that you're going to get overnight success. Your videos are going to reach millions of people and you're going to change a lot of lives without you even knowing it. And this is your life purpose. And if you're somebody who is into a 9 to 5 and you're not happy over there and you're kind of confused as to what my life purpose is, why am I placed on this earth, then this is your life purpose. If you're somebody who has been confused as to what career is meant for you, what career field should you go in, you are meant to have a spiritual career, is the message that I'm getting time and again from Lord Shiva. No matter how much you ignore it, pile number 3, you are going to cross paths with this in the future. Somewhere in this lifetime, you will choose this path as your main career. Okay? Lord Shiva wants you to work more on your powers and the gifts that you already have. Maybe you're not using your powers to your full potential. And over here, he wants you to do that. Okay? If you have been waiting for somebody, a love interest of yours, Lord Shiva wants you to know that there is this delay for a reason. Because right now you are not meant to be in a connection. And if you already are in a connection, you might be going through some ups and downs with your person, and that too is for a reason, because you need to understand your value. You need to love yourself. If you are in a connection, even if you're in separation with somebody or you're committed to somebody, that doesn't matter, or you have a crush on somebody, okay, and you're single, let me just take everybody right now into consideration. No matter where you are or how your love life is panning out at this point of time, Lord Shiva wants you to choose yourself first. And that is why you are going through some ups and downs in your love life. That is why things are not working the way you want them to work, because here you are being taught as to what your importance is on this planet and what your importance should be in your own life. You are very precious, pile number 3, for Lord Shiva, for this planet, and for thousands of people who are on the lookout for you. You don't know how many lives you've already changed and how many lives you're going to change in the future. Even if you are not a professional healer, the way you carry yourself, the way you present yourself, the way you talk, the way you just voice out your opinions, there is something about you that is very, very inspirational. There's something about you that gives this sense of empowerment, and you are looked upon by a lot of people. Especially women look up to you a lot and men admire you a lot. Okay? People respect you a lot. And that is because of your aura. That is because of your energies. This is the time for you to focus on your psychic gifts, pile number 3. This is the time for you to come into a leadership position, become the king or the queen of your own life. And it is after when you've found that ground for yourself, a stable ground, that is when you are going to see some progress in your love life. Before that, you're going to keep struggling. You're going to go through this on and off, some fights here and there and stuff like that, ghosting and stuff like that. I mean, it's just going to be that cycle that is going to be endless. Lord Shiva wants you to be independent. Lord Shiva wants you to be that person who is secure and happy in your own energy also. Lord Shiva is making you a stronger version of yourself at this point of time, and he is sending you a lot of strength. You have 3 spirit babies that are supporting you. Okay? And these babies are not going to kind of come on this planet. If at all you're somebody who is wanting to become pregnant, then understand that it is not going to work out till the time you sort the relationship that you have with yourself, till the time you are in a healthy state, in a healthy emotional and mental state. Okay? If you're somebody who lost a baby, if you had a miscarriage or something, your baby really wants to tell you that they did not come because you're not ready, because you're not healed, because you're not ready to provide them with the emotional fulfillment that they desire. Okay? Maybe you were going through a rough patch with your husband, or you have certain wounds that you did not heal that are still there, and your spirit baby chose to not come because your spirit baby or babies are that kind of souls that require a lot of love. A lot of love. When I say a lot, then I mean a lot. And they really want to enter your life when you are in love with yourself. Okay, this is very specific. See, I'm reading for a lot of people. So if this message doesn't resonate with you, please leave it for somebody, because this message is definitely for someone. I can feel it right now in my energy that this message is for somebody. Lord Shiva wants you to know that whatever gifts you have in this lifetime, you are carrying these gifts from your past life. So if you really want to dive into your past life, you should figure out more as to what gifts you had in your past life, what happened in your past life, because by tapping into the energies of your past life, you are going to get a lot of information about your psychic gifts, about how powerful you are, and it is going to be a beautiful dose of self-confidence that you need at this point of time. Okay? Lord Shiva also wants you to know that if there are certain delays that are happening in your love life, in your career, you not getting new job, or you just almost getting that job and getting rejected at the last moment, all of it is happening for a reason. You need to work harder, okay? You need to put in more effort, what he's saying. If this is your situation, okay? If you just, you gave an interview and you were very sure that you're going to get that job and you did not get it, that is because of you, okay? This could be triggering, but I am getting the message, so I'm giving it to you. That just happened because you did not put your 100, or you did not give your 100% basically. You need to put in more efforts if you really want to see results as per your aspirations, as per the big dreams that you have seen for yourself, okay? Lord Shiva wants you to know that it's not that you're never going to have, just good things in life. It's not that. It's just that you have to figure out some unique ways, some creative ways as to how you can reach your goals. So for example, if you've set a goal for yourself and your first approach is not working, just figure out a different approach towards that goal. You are being forced to use your wisdom, you're being forced to use your creativity over here, because I think you're somebody who's kind of find solace in their comfort zone, and you need to come out of this if you really want to see some extreme success in your life, especially when it comes to your career, okay? Learn as much as you can. Have that mindset that, become a student for life, and never think that you know enough. Continue putting in the efforts towards knowing more about things, because no matter how long you're going to live, there will always be something new to learn in this life. If you have this approach, you're going to grow beyond your imagination. And this is the kind of approach actually that Lord Shiva wants you to kind of work with, okay? Also, Lord Shiva wants you to just give away your need to be a people pleaser, to think about everybody else and not yourself. Don't overextend yourself, pile number 3. Even if you are a healer, don't just go overboard with your energies because you're so empathetic, okay? There are very high chances that you don't have strong boundaries, or you just feel the pain so much that you're not able to come out of it. And Lord Shiva wants you to just have stern boundaries with your clients, with the people around you, with your friends, with your family for that matter, okay? Don't be a yes man to the world. Use the wisdom that you're blessed with and use that for yourself. You're helping so many people. Maybe you are that friend in the group whom everybody comes to when they need an advice. You're a very good advisor. You're a very good listener. But do you have people who listen to you, or do you kind of use your same advice when you are in a particular situation, when you are in a similar situation as your friend? Do you do that? Ask yourself. Because you usually ignore your wisdom when it comes to you, and you need to stop doing that. Lord Shiva also wants you to know, pile number 3, that you cannot make everyone happy. In this race to make everyone happy, or in this, maybe that is how you validate yourself, that, you don't say no and stuff like that. You're losing out on your happiness. Lord Shiva really wants you to just learn to say no without feeling guilty about it, okay? Lord Shiva also wants you to know that it's time that you come out of however you've been conditioned, okay? However your upbringing was, whatever your parents taught you, whatever you've seen in your life, Lord Shiva wants you to have an opinion of your own, and if you have that opinion, then voice it out. Now, this pile is chosen by people who are into 2 paths. part 1 are those people who are just in the middle of their healing journey, and part 2 consists of those people who have already gone through this phase that I'm explaining at this point of time, of people pleasing, of waiting for validation, looking for validation. You've already been through that and you've covered that, and that is how you are actually, just helping other people out by using your psychic gifts. And those who are not using their psychic gifts are in this phase of, overcoming people-pleasing tendencies and just fighting as to having clear boundaries and stuff like that. So just see what fits your story and take those messages, because Lord Shiva over here is very clear that get rid of your need to be perfect, your need to be liked by everyone. You need to like yourself. You need to be happy in who you are. You need to be your biggest fan before anybody else. And that is the stage that you need to reach in your life. Okay? The last message that I have for you is that you're very wise. Okay? You are very wise. You have a lot of wisdom to you, pile number 3. There is this old soul in a young body that is smiling at this point of time, and that is you. Okay, use that wisdom for yourself as well. Help others, but help yourself as well. You should be your first priority. Always remember this. Okay, you're very gifted, very, very gifted. You're very wise. It's just that when it comes to you, you're not able to come to terms with as to what you're supposed to do, or you're very bad at making decisions when it comes to your personal life or just your life in general. So don't do that with yourself. Trust yourself. Have faith in your wisdom. Have faith in what your intuition is trying to tell you. That is how you're going to build it up, right? And yeah, that is what I have for you. Out of all the 3 piles, your pile is the one, pile number 3, that is most ascended spiritually. And you are just on a different level when it comes to your vibrations. You are at a very high frequency. And you have to continue putting in the efforts so that you maintain your vibrations, because that is how you're going to attract what you want to attract into your life. Okay? Because when you're a magical manifestor, you're going to manifest both the good and the bad. It all depends on where you're investing your energy in. So be very careful as to whom you're giving your energy to, where you're putting your energy, because that is going to reflect back. Okay? So this is what I have for you, pile number 3. I hope you liked your reading. If you liked your reading, please like, share, comment, subscribe. Turn the notification bell on so that whenever I post next, you get notified. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, you can do that via Instagram and email. The details for both is in my description box below. I'll catch up with you in the next reading. See ya!